I'm gonna try not to gush all over this headset. I'm gonna try. I'll try to try. I love following up on product lines as they evolve. I'm a big fan of the Sennheiser GSP 550s. Now, these are rad, vented, open back gaming headset. Look like they came straight out of Halo. But what if you wanted to go closed back and wireless? Well, then you would need these, the GSP 670, and they kind of rock. Covering the design is easy. They're very similar to the 550s, but as mentioned, the ear cups are sealed up. It's the same chunky sci-fi militaristic aesthetic, wonderful action on the joints and hinges. It's a decently rugged feel, and this is still one of the more unique headbands I've ever used. It's not just cushioning the weight of the headset, you can also adjust where the contact points on your skull are to reduce pressure. Now, the other omission, there's no traditional analog cable input here. And that's not to say you can't use these cables, just you can only plug in over USB. But these do have the handy trick of being able to charge and play at the same time. Surprisingly, that's still a trick we haven't seen on many audio products. Another happy return from the 550, I really like the smooth action volume knobs to control game and chat audio independently, and other headsets have picked up this trick, but muting your mic by raising the boom up, super simple. Organic interactions like that are fun on gadgets, especially when you're going to be wearing them for long periods of time. This is a premium audio option for gaming, and going wireless means finding ways to reduce latency. A tiny USB dongle broadcasts, and it's quick enough for my ears. Now, we've come to accept Bluetooth lag on our phones for streaming movies, watching videos, but it's still the critical fault for gaming. That brief audio offset is disastrous. No such grief here. We receive a high quality fast signal and we send a high quality fast signal. The audio dongle compatible with PC and PS4. Of course, Xboxes still don't know what to do with USB audio. I'll never understand that. But these are headphones, so how do they, sound? Surprisingly smooth. Really smooth. Very mellow for a gaming headset. Out of the box, no customizing or tinkering or tuning. It's a really mellow tone. I was a touch anxious moving from the vented 550s to the closed back 670s that we might get a bit muddier bass response or heavier thud for low frequency. I mean, you can always hide behind darker tuning. Well, these are for gaming, so the mega bass. The 670s are not skull rumblers, and like the 550s, very well balanced for crossover, film and music streaming. If anything, I thought they were just a touch bright while I was listening to some classic rock. Now, paired with the PC, you can then tune the EQ. Excellent tight bass response. They won't ever rattle the fillings in your teeth, but increasingly, I think we're getting away from that mega bass thumping trend. The gaming profile, for example, specifically mentions boosting treble response, switches you over to 7.1 surround, and adds just a touch more reverb. It's not as hyper location adjusted for panning like the Scout mode on creative sound blasters, but it fills in location and environment sounds nicely. And I like that the surround sound effect is mellow. It's calmer than some of the other headsets I previously reviewed, less gimmicky or reverby. And I prefer that, as often I feel 7.1 modeling starts to produce like a vertical mohawk of sound over my head. Now, I wish we could push the stereo widening just a little bit farther on the 670s, but there's a lot of flexibility here to tune the sound that you want to hear, moving back and forth between movies, music, and gaming. And Sennheiser, as a premium audio manufacturer, their reputation for microphones is second to none. Gamers have slightly different concerns than, say, vloggers or podcasters, but this headset should deliver a pretty broad crossover solution. It's a clean, straightforward sound, maybe pushing just a touch bright to help your voice cut through game noise. But this kit really shines once you drive it from Sennheiser's control software. Simple adjustments to tone, you can lean heavy on the noise reduction, and if you're in a really busy environment, you can even fire up a gate to cut your mic feed when you're not speaking. That's really handy, and surprisingly, doesn't seem to wreck the sound of your voice. I don't know, you tell me, how does it sound? I think it sounds pretty good. Battery life is fantastic. Sennheiser estimates 16 hours running at the lowest latency paired with the dongle. I never came close to running these things out, charging them every other day over the last 2 weeks. Now, no product is perfect, and I do have a few small gripes on the 670s. First, there is Bluetooth on board. So say you're plugged into your PC or PS4, you'll get the game audio from the dongle, and you can still take a phone call over Bluetooth. It'll pause your game audio, you take the call, then you switch right back. But the Bluetooth option here is purely for convenience. There's no support for advanced audio codecs that I've found. It just seems to lean on SBC. The hardware is capable of high quality playback, you just can't feed it a higher quality Bluetooth signal. Also, I just feel like there could have been a bit more multimedia control. We've got the volume dials. There's the rocker switch that only seems to be for pairing the headset or triggering a voice to tell you the remaining battery. And then there's a toggle button on this ear cup on the right-hand side, which can switch a pre-installed profile. But after using so many traditional Bluetooth headsets, I think the play, pause, skip track controls that would have been nice here too. Now, lastly, it's a very minor gripe because I don't believe Sennheiser is targeting travel or mobility, but keeping track of a tiny dongle. It would have been nice if there was some place to store that on the headset, like in one of these side plastic panels. Tiny little USB dongles, really easy to lose. So let's wrap this up. Where's that leave us with the Sennheiser GSP 670 wireless gaming headset? These puppies aren't cheap. $350 even for wireless is a premium purchase, and Sennheiser is targeting the same ballpark as SteelSeries with the Arctis. Now, each headset scores individual victories, so it's better to have this as competition where you can pick the right fit for your situation. Little differences like Sennheiser mutes your game audio while taking a call, SteelSeries will play both. I like the microphone a little bit better on the 670s. The swappable batteries on the SteelSeries are pretty trick, but there's almost as much runtime per charge on the Sennheisers as both batteries that come with the Arctis. So the two trade blows really well. That's a good fight, like we would appreciate on the SteelSeries and some of the other high quality gamer headsets. I'm really glad more attention went into these than just trying to slap a wireless radio inside a pair of cans. Gaming headsets are being taken more seriously by manufacturers, and we should expect more crossover functionality. There's a reason why I'm a big fan of this company. This is going to be a really tough act to follow. I'll, of course, have some links where you can find more information on the Sennheiser GSP 670 wireless gaming headset. Maybe shop these puppies online. As always, thanks so much for watching, for sharing these videos, subscribing to this channel. More than just geeking out on a shiny new headset, we want to try and find the exact right audio kit for you. So if you'd like to help support the production of those conversations, there are links below, or you could consider joining the list of names scrolling by on your screen. A growing community of fun, like-minded tech pals, audio fans, and a huge resource for me planning future reviews and editorials. They're good people. I hope you'll check it out. Now, you know where you can find me around the rest of the internet at SomeGadgetGuy on the Twitters and the Twitch and the Facebook and the Instagrams, and I will catch you all on the next review.